Hi everyone, welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, Flight Diary, Hotaru's Route, Episode 3. So, Hotaru, for some reason, moved into the Flying Fish Manor next to, well, I'm not sure, so next to Aoi's room, and it's because Hotaru feels sorry for Aoi's knee. So, we know from the original title that Aoi injured his knee because of a cycling accident. And in the beginning of Hotaru's route, there was this photo shoot to promote the Soaring Club. So they're making a video hoping that it will attract new members next year when Aoi, Ageha, and Kotori graduate. And at the end of the photo shoot, Hotaru had refreshments, and when she dropped her bottle, Aoi leaped forward and he hurt his knee in the process, and I'm sure Hotaru feels upset for what happened. And to make it worse, Aoi was carrying heavy groceries from Wendy's, and that added more stress to his knee. So Hotaru wants to help Aoi in some way, and right now she's massaging Aoi's leg, and she's going overboard. And at some points, she was clinging onto Aoi. So right now, Aoi's phone is ringing, and let's see what it is. So it is a lucky break for Aoi, given that he's getting too concerned about Hotaru being too clingy and close to him. Okay. I instinctively shot out of my hand towards the phone. So Hotaru takes a break and tries to catch her breath. So it is a break for Hotaru as well. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, so it's Hotaru's sister Ageha calling Aoi. I hope I did not sound too flustered. Oh, so can I come over for dinner tonight? Dinner? Oh, sure, no problem. Hotaru can help me out. Wait, so what did I say? So it's more like Ageha wants to check up on Hotaru and maybe Aoi. Huh? Hey, well, wait a minute. So what are you suggesting? Well, of course. So, I think I was wondering, so what's the point of checking up on us? Well, don't say that. Well, you're her sister. Well, we can have fun in some ways together, so games and, wait, so nothing good? Wait, why you? So don't tease him, FYI. Great, so now Hotaru is trying to stand up for, wait, so her face is too close. She might have snatched her phone away completely if I hadn't put it on loudspeaker. Well, I'm here. Wait, so where's Yamazaki? Or how does that come into the conversation?
そんな子は家に連れ戻すから。はい。
Okay. Well, that's going a little far.
葵、そこはきちんとしなきゃダメだよ。
Well, for you, Aoi, so make sure she does not go overboard. So I mean my sister.
あんたに迷惑かけるために泊まり込み許してるわけじゃないんだから。
Okay, but ease up a little. Well, she means well, and she's doing her best here.
足悪化させないことが一番大事なのよ。今うちの部で人乗せて飛べるのは葵だけなんだから、そこんとこ自覚して。
Okay? I know. Well, trust me. Well, I'm more concerned about this than anyone. But I trust Hotaru. I know she would not do anything to hurt me. はいはい。 Okay, okay, so I'll let it go.
ホタル、今の聞いたね。信じてもらえるようにしっかりしなさいよ。はい。
Okay.
じゃあやっぱ今晩そっち行くのやめるわ。
Huh?
ホタルいないなら私が家に戻らないと。お父さん泣いちゃうし。
そうだね。濡れた枕をお母さんが干すことに。
And just now, emotionally delicate, or how emotionally delicate is their dad?
それじゃあそういうことで。
Well, that's all I have to say. So Ageha hangs up and the two of us are left in silence. And it's nothing more than stares and glares. And now Hotaru is staring at me intently, so being closer. I think that's enough. Massages for one day or one night. Well, thanks. Well, anyhow, I got dinner to cook, so I like to go out.
わかった。
Okay. Hotaru meekly withdrew.
葵、
Yes?
今の嬉しかった。
Wait, so the stuff about me trusting you?
うん。
Well, it is true, so I'm not bluffing. And I pat Hotaru on the head. And I'm sure Hotaru enjoys that.
いやー、ダメ。
Well, be easy. Her face is beet red. Okay, so I'm going to get dressed.
はい。
And she slinks off somewhat reluctantly. Hey, well, maybe you call me... Oh, so you can give me a massage again some other time. Okay. And her face lights up into a bright smile. Hotaru is cute and so easy to read too. Okay, so going outside, or actually in the common areas. So now is the time I usually deal with any chores I did not have time for in the morning.
私がやる。
But today, Hotaru took charge of the cleaning while I sorted through the dorm mail. And I prefer being on the move. I'm not used to sitting still like this for so long.
1回終わり。2回やってくる。
So I cleaned everything, so now I'll do the upstairs. Well, thanks. Hotaru shoulders the vacuum and walks up the stairs. I watch her go until she is out of sight. And those slender legs of hers are, let's see, really pretty. Well, outwardly, she is completely different from the little Hotaru I known before. I really had to stop thinking of her as a little kid. Okay, so now that Hotaru is away, Aoi can finally peacefully make dinner.
ごめんなさい。
So why is Hotaru saying sorry again? Oh, so I couldn't let you do it all on your own. Besides, I'm used to this work, so let me do the cooking.
ごめんなさい。
Hey, well, this is probably the first time we've cooked together, isn't it?
うん。
Oh,
そ
so
うかも。
so watch your head. And no, well, looking away while holding a knife, that's an ironclad law of the kitchen. And I wonder if Hotaru accidentally cut something. Well, I must have made a big misstep, because right then the old pain flared up again. Uh-oh.
青に
So anything wrong? No, yeah, well, so I think it's like, I'm okay, I'm fine. I put all my effort into masking the pain, so okay, there's nothing wrong with me. Wait, so did she buy it, or she knows I'm lying? So what's wrong? Well, you stopped. You can't let yourself get distracted when you have a knife in your hand.
はい。
Well, then again, Hotaru can just put the knife down. Okay, well, let's hurry up, because everyone will be home soon. And the conversation died after that. We prepared the rest of the meal neatly, also nearly in complete silence. Hotaru kept a close eye on me the whole time. Okay, so now everyone else is home.
ただいまです。戻りました。
So everyone arrives all at once. So welcome home, everyone. So the Soaring Club, to be exact.
おかえりなさい。
No one is especially surprised to see Hotaru. So Ageha had told them all about the situation already. And despite that, so what's wrong? And now this is an uncomfortable silence. And without Ageha here to take the lead, no one really knows how to approach her. And you can see Hotaru backing out, so she's so shy. She spent most of her time hiding behind me. Well, this is awkward. Okay, well, good to see you all. So dinner will be ready in no time. Hotaru lets out a little sigh of relief, and I pat her head again.
ごめんなさい。
And once again, the sorry for what? Well, you don't have anything to apologize, so don't keep saying sorry.
あーちゃんみたいに明るく話しかけたらいいのかなって考えちゃって。
Well, I don't think I can make this place comfortable, unlike my sister Ageha. Well, that's her. So there's nothing wrong with being yourself. So don't be or basically copy her because you're her little sister. Well, no one's expecting you to be exactly like her. There you go. So just relax and go with it. Okay. And my guess is that she felt like an outsider, not being one of the original dorm mates.
たったいま
And how about Kanako? So, welcome back.
ー。お、ホタルちゃん。相変わらず可愛いね。
And once again, Hotaru-chan, you're cute.
ねえ、葵くん。ホタルちゃん借りてっていい？
Wait, huh?
部屋のお掃除手伝ってもらおうと思って。 いろいろ畳んでほしいものとかあるし。
Wait, do it yourself, so don't rely on her or push all your work to her.
はい、いらっしゃい。
Basically, Kanako is taking over Hotaru or making Hotaru do Kanako's job. And I move to intercept her, but Kanako stops me with a look.
はいはい。かわいいかわいいホタルちゃん。お姉さんが可愛がってあげるからね。
And I hope Kanako does not torture Hotaru or make Hotaru feel uncomfortable.
こう見えてもお姉さん、可愛い子が大好きなのさ。目いっぱい可愛がっちゃいますよ。
Because all this sounds like tricks or deception. Hotaru reaches out a hand towards me, begging for help. So help me, don't let this lady take me away. And it's all in vain. Kanako drags her away and disappears into her room. Okay, so time for my magic.
というわけで、
And now we see Kanako has dressed down to her underwear.
ホタルちゃんの協力を仰いだのですが、目的のものが見つかりませんでした。
And what did she do to Hotaru?
すごかった。いろいろと大人の世界の一端を私は見たのです。
Okay, so what have you been showing her in there? So what do you do?
変人を増殖させないで。
Yeah, well, we can't afford any more eccentrics around here. So I demand an explanation.
何か言いたいように聞こえるんだけど。
And I think for Kotori's like, hey, well, I guess this is best kept secret, so you should be nosy because it's not good for you either.
ノーコメントだよね、ヨルちゃん。まったくです。染められなかったか。失敗。
Well, that's because she's too pure to fall for your tricks.
でもちょっと大人の世界へ足を踏み入れたホタルちゃん、見てみたいと思ってない？葵くん。
Well, of course not.
間が空いた。やらしい。青に見たいの？
Well, not you two.
まったく。ホタルちゃん、こっちに来なさい。変態たちの隣に行っちゃダメよ。
Well, I'm not sure how Kotori defines weirdos. That sounds like almost everyone, except for Kotori herself.
でもガードの必要がありますね。
Or basically, Yoru and Kotori.
あれ、そっち側は常識人みたいに聞こえるな。みたいじゃなくてそうなんですけど。
Kanako and I sit down on the opposite side of the table. Oh, so Kanako and I are on one side and Kotori and the others are on the other side. Wait, so I'm excluded too.
青に。あ、ロミオとジュリエット状態だね。
And there's only the two of us on this side. Maybe if you fight it out with Kotori, everything will be okay.
いいね。小鳥ちゃん、決闘しよっか。武器は女の魅力。
Okay, so we're gonna try to make our appeal to, or maybe like who looks better or who's more appealing to Aoi or Aoi-kun.
お断り。
Well, no thanks. So I'm not going to play that game with you.
私のせい？そっちの人のせいよ。気にしないで。
Hey, well, you're including me in that.
青兄は変態じゃないです。
Well, who said it was? And everyone is having fun. And the look Kanako gave me earlier, she must have seeing how awkward Hotaru is around the others. And that is her way of helping her blend in. And in my mind, I apologize for doubting her. So I think what happened was that, so Kanako can see that, I think, so Hotaru-chan and Aoi-kun are perfect together, so I got to do something to make Hotaru a little bit more appealing and make her a little bit more attractive. And I think Kanako also taught ways to, okay, so this is what you can do to make yourself look appealing, so, and I'm pretty sure it boiled down to, okay, so I'm going to share some H material, some porn, so that it will basically, or it will get you, well, I don't know how to say it. So anyways, next day, I suggest Hotaru and I go to Wendy after school. So is this okay? Yeah, well, my leg should be fine as long as I take it easy. So we'll just be walking around and stuff, so it won't be anything strenuous. So I should be okay with this activity. So the two of us sat down on a bench and watched the other students pass by. And what do you think of your first day at the dorm? So no comment.
ごめんなさい、慣れなくて。
So last night, Hotaru had looked about ready to pass out. She is asleep almost the minute her head hit the pillow. And it is a lot to take in. She's away from home and with so many people around, she must have been exhausted by the end of the day. Well, don't apologize. So you haven't done anything wrong. It's more like Kanako overworked or overwhelmed Hotaru. So you'll get used to it soon enough. And people are more adaptive than you give them credit for.
でも、あーちゃんなら。
But then again, if it was Ah-chan, then she would easily fit in regardless. Okay, well, she is a special case, so don't measure yourself against her. So, Ageha does have that ability. She does get along with everyone easily, but that's not true for everyone else, including you.
あーちゃんなら、もっとうまく。
Well, okay, well, stop right there. So no comparing yourself to your sister. So that's not going to get you anywhere. Ageha is completely different, so she has her own way of doing things. And it's not like there is a fixed time for getting used to stuff. It's something that just happens naturally. Well, you know, you ran away from home and you forced yourself on me already. So what happened to all that confidence?
あれは、私、どっかおかしくなってた。
Well, you know, things kind of changed from time to time, so...
今でも信じられない。あんなことできたなんて。
And now looking back, I kind of feel that that was all stupid. We'll believe it, so you can be pretty strong when you want to. I've been thinking this for a while now, but you should try to have some more confidence in yourself.
自分を？
So everyone has their own ideas about what kind of people they are, right? After all, we know our own bodies and the limits better than anyone else. But sometimes a crisis or something can force us to do things we never thought we would be able to do. And that's kind of what happened here, don't you think?
So, come.
So I guess, well, you had that confidence all along. You just need the right circumstances to motivate you. And you're capable of doing a lot of impressive things, Hotaru, so you have a little more faith in yourself. And like I keep saying, there is no rush, but think about it. Okay, so you can try to bring out the best in you a little at a time.
少しずつ。
So, little by little. Yeah, well, hey, so how about we try something new right now? So what are they going to try? So what is it? Well, I know. So you're probably happy to follow so follow me wherever. But how about you pick a place here in Wendy's that you want to go?
私のしたいこと？
So where do I want to go? Or I don't really know where. Well, just pick anything. So we've got plenty of time, and forget about me and think about what you want to do for a change. Well, okay, so no cafe flags, but also I don't have money to go there.
はい。
And she looks disappointed. So I think she wanted to go to that place. So Cafe Flag serves some great food, but it's way more expensive than I could afford. And apart from that, I'll grant any demand you want to make.
わがまま。
So what do I want?
思いつかない。
And I don't know. Well, that was quick. And does that mean you don't really want to come here at all? Well, it kind of feels like it.
そんな。
Wait. So,
青兄は意地悪です。
well, I'm just saying. So if I come here with Ageha or Kotori or any of the other girls, they'll drag me around all kinds of places. And you're the only one who will hold back. Okay, so live a little.
わがまま。
Well, I don't want to hurry you. Just try to think of something before we go home.
決めました。
Okay, so where? Whoa, so your mind moves fast. So what place has Hotaru decided on?
青兄、動かないで。
Huh? So, just the bench? Hotaru shuffles up a little closer to me, and she rests her head against my arm. So how about we just sit with me cuddling over you? And looking relaxed and content, she closes her eyes. Hotaru?
動かないで。
Hotaru comes closer and rests her whole frame against me. I can feel the heat of her body. Wait, so is this?
私のしたいことだよ。したいこと。何か食べたいわけじゃないし、買い物も別に欲しいものないし。
So
騒いで盛り上がるのは全然好きじゃない。
So I actually don't want to shop or eat anything. I just want us to be together. Well, I'm not.
だから、こう。
And that's all I want. So she leans in even closer.
ダメ？
So wait, is this no good? No, it's fine. And she smells nice. and my pulse is starting to quicken up. It's no longer just Hotaru's body heat. I'm getting hot and flustered too. And this feeling is a little strange. And the way we are just then felt sort of like a date. Well, I'm sure this is what Hotaru sees it as. Like we are boyfriend and girlfriend. I guess that's how we looked. Well, no, obviously I like Hotaru. I care about her a lot, but I never thought of her that way before. And yet, here we are, looking very much like we are on a date. And anyone passing by would think we are. And we are about the same age, we look pretty happy together, and it's natural they would think that way. So I stiffen up, feeling myself start to sweat. Well, technically I am not actually sweating, but my pulse and breathing are both speeding up. And Hotaru did not move. Obviously, she had not noticed any change in me. But anyways, you're warm. Well, not too warm, I hope. So perfect warm. And I could not ask her to back up now. And it's not like I wanted her to move away from me. And staying like this is just a little embarrassing, and the beating of my heart is only getting faster. Hey, well, remember the old days when this place was still a shopping district, so it wasn't a mall yet? And we used to come here a lot. And they actually enjoy it, so you didn't come along because it was just Ageha and I going, did you? Yeah, well, Tatsuya seemed really cool to me back then. And I always thought Ageha is the coolest out of us. And back then, I'm pretty jealous of her. Yeah, well, she was better at sports and stuff than the boys. She had a lot of fans in our class. But what about me then? Well, you're more like a girly girl then. So you're the princess of the group. So we all did our best not to get you into trouble. So I went a little fast, so let's see what Hotaru said previously. Okay. Well, seeing you with a more sporty look would be interesting, I guess. No, well, I don't think so. So I think you being girly girl is better. Because that defines you. Being sporty-like, it makes Hotaru more like Ageha. So Hotaru's not the only one who could fire off quick replies. And it'd be kind of a novelty, but it would not be the real you, like you are now. There you go. And I'm more interested in the person you are now and how you're going to grow and change from here. So Hotaru smiles, nuzzling her face into my arm. And the sudden urge to give a hug washed over me, but this is not the time or the place. Well, you can never really tell what life is going to throw at you. I never thought I'd come back to this town or get involved in a sport other than cycling. But then the accident had forced me to seek out something new, which eventually led me to being in the Soaring Club. I never could have seen that coming. and Hotaru had been even more of a surprise. Well, who thought she had gotten this cute? She looks up at me as if she's reading my mind, and I instinctively avoid her gaze. So what's wrong still? And I could still feel her eyes on me, like she could see my innermost thoughts laid bare. And am I blushing? Well, hopefully I'm not.
Aoni?
So what's up?
時々こうしていい?
Yeah, well sure. So anytime you like.
ありがとう。これが私のわがまま。
Well, you don't want anything else, so no food, no shopping.
いいの。アオニー経由で、あーちゃん、あんちゃん、マー君、小鳥さんとかかなこさんとか、みんなの力もらうから。
Well, cool. Well, okay, so soak up as much as you want then. Well, do you feel better now?
出た。
And what do you want for dinner tonight?
アオニー、
Well, I'm sure Aoi's not edible. Well, no, cut that out. Well, still, you must be fine if you are feeling good enough to make those jokes. Okay, yeah. Hotaru shuffles away from me, looking refreshed and confident in a way I never seen before. And she stands up and twirls around. And her skirt fans out and fluttered. I couldn't help fixating on it. I caught my breath. Hotaru and I both laughed. And what do you say we go shopping for tonight's meal? Okay. So all of a sudden, we are holding hands. And it reminded me of the old days. The days before Wendy's, when we used to play and hang around in Kazugura's shopping district. And maybe now our hands are a little bigger and Hotaru's were more soft and slender and okay, so it does look like in the end Aoi and Hotaru did something that's worth going to Wendy's, so buying groceries for tonight's dinner. So for some reason Ageha is here. Oh, so you're hanging out here today, huh?
ご飯食べたら帰るよ。
Because oh, so Ageha is only here for dinner.
お父さんの枕無事？それが心配ならさっさと戻ってきなさい。
Well, maybe you need to go home then. So if you're worried about the dad being upset, but
葵、足は？
so how's Aoi's leg? So I'm guessing it's like, well, if his leg is better, then for you, Hotaru, you should be able to go home without any worries. Well, the same as before, so no improvement. So it still hurts.
そっか。今度の週末どう？
Well, I went to the doctor, but they just said to wait and see for a little bit longer.
天気もいまいちっぽいし、それがいいかもね。おう？私が頑張って直すって顔だぞ。大丈夫？うちに戻らなくていい？まだ。そっか。
So some kind of wordless communication seems to have passed between the Himeki sisters.
頑張れ。
Okay, so A few days later. Okay, wait, morning? And I got up and checked my leg. So I wonder if it still hurts. And the doctor had said that it's nothing serious enough to need a treatment at least. And the pain is still there, but it came and went. And I'm sure we know who this person is.
Ohayo, Aoni.
Yeah, well, wait a sec. So I'm going to get dressed. Okay, so now Aoi is dressed. So, morning? She nods and greets me with a smile. And I smile too. It felt good to have Hotaru here, but... Oh, so I am full of energy now. So, basically, Hotaru helps.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
So, Hotaru is giving him some encouragement and just... Hotaru had really made an effort to change. And it may have been thanks to that morning when she ate breakfast with all the other dorm residents, so the boarders.
そろそろ出ないと遅刻ですよ。
So at least Hotaru is not being as shy as before and is actually communicating with the other people, so Kotori and Kanako. She helps wake everyone up and gets them ready.
行ってきます。
So what about the twins? So Asa and Yoru Kazato. And when we left for school, she seems really together. Well, at school, Hotaru still did not speak much, but she is much more comfortable hanging out with everyone and joining in their conversations. And she hadn't forgotten her self-appointed role of being my helper and did everything in her power to make things easy on my leg. Like what? Okay, so I'll see you later.
はい。いい子じゃないの。
Hotaru had even earned Kotori's approval, so at least Hotaru is not a weirdo unlike Kanako and Ageha. Well, that in itself is no small accomplishment. Okay, so it looks like another day has ended, and I'm sure Aoi is seeing some improvement in Hotaru and is satisfied. So then came the day of the big storm. Oh, so a storm is coming. Well, it isn't actually a typhoon, but it sure felt like one. So what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, so Amane's here. So first I saw Amane for the first time in a while, and Tatsuya arrives more or less at the same time.
そこでアマネを見かけて声かけたんだが気づかずに歩いていたんで
So I wonder what
追いかけて
event
ついな
So I wonder what event they have, because if you have people like Tatsuya and Amane show up, it must mean that there's some big party or celebration that they're hosting at the Flying Fish Manor. Especially also with Akari. So Akari shows up to get some documents Kanako had been meaning to submit for a while. And naturally, Akari brings Masasugu with her.
いいことを思いついた。みんなでご飯を食べよう。
So I'm sure this is like a celebration, so let's eat something good together.
いや女子寮だし遠慮するよ
Well, I'll skip on that, so I don't feel comfortable going in and enjoying the dinner night with everyone else.
俺もここはちょいとな。
And likewise, same goes with Masasugu.
まあまあせっかくだしその方が楽しいじゃないか。そもそもそれを言うなら葵くんはどうなる？
So I ended up playing host to a whole crowd of people. So it means a lot of work for everyone, including Hotaru and Ageha. So making lots of food.
急いで。
The kitchen had become a battleground as we struggled to make enough for everyone. There you go. And even with Ageha and Hotaru moving fast enough to become little more than blurs, I could see we are going to have trouble. And I wish I could help them, but I did not want to agitate my leg, and all I could do is watch. And I wonder if everyone knew beforehand that there was going to be a big party because Amane, Tatsuya, Akari, and Masasugu are showing up. Well, this sucks. Well, I could help but wonder if there is something I could do.
無理しないで。
Well, then again, I'm sure the kitchen is small, so having 3 people is going to become a bigger problem
青兄はお客
because
様の相手。
crashing into each other is not going to help speed things up. But,
お客様をもてなすのがホストの役目。
so you go and tend to our guests.
そうそう。せっかく天音先輩たち来てるんだし、ここは任せてあっち行ってなよ。
So our hero Amai Senpai is here, so why don't you go talk to her? Well, technically you are my guest too. So I feel bad for making you work while I just sit around. So Hotaru is not an official boarder, and Ageha doesn't even live here, so
私たちはもうここの住人みたいなもんだし。
well, we kind of are like residents.
青兄は無茶しちゃダメ。
Okay, right, I know. Well, reluctantly, I left the kitchen to join the others.
ふん
Wait, what now?
ある程度話は聞いていたけど本当にホタルが
だよな。ホタルが自分の意思で何かやってるなんて初めて見たかも。
Well, don't get weird ideas. So, there's nothing going on between us. But yeah, well, she's doing really great. So, she's changed a lot lately.
な。そうみたいだな。
Mm-hmm.
あんなに可愛かったっけ？
Well, maybe I'll ask Akari about what she thinks.
待って、お願い待って。
Well, I don't think Masasugu should worry because it's just, Akari, what do you think about this Hotaru girl?
お前は変わらないな。安心するけど。
Yeah, isn't it?
葵もあんちゃんもひどい。
Okay, so time flies when you're having fun, and dinner is over before I know it, and everyone went back to their own rooms. And eventually Ageha left too. Okay, so that was good.
疲れた。
Well, same here. Wait, so what are you doing here? So I'm sure you have your own space or room.
青兄のお世話。
So once again, I have to take care of you. Well, no need to go that far. You must be tired. So go change out of your uniform and take a break.
ダメ。足痛いの。ひどくなったでしょ？
But you know, so your leg is not getting any better, so I can't just let myself loose right now. Well, so you noticed? And I ended up pinching it in the kitchen when things were at their busiest. And sure enough, it has set off the pain in my leg. Well, so much for taking it easy. I should have known better.
足出して。
So let me see it. Okay. So no use fighting it. So I have to give in. And once again, Hotaru continues her massage. And she's getting better at this. And part of it is knowing where the pain is, but her technique and her awareness of my limits has improved too. Okay, well that feels good, so can you keep that up? And she worked and kneaded my leg.
痛い？
So, does it hurt still? No, that's just right. So you can't be too gentle or it won't have any effect.
しょ。しょ。
And I wonder how hard Hotaru can push on the massage, because I'm sure the amount of force required to soothe Aoi's leg might be too much for Hotaru. And the pain comes and goes again and again. But it's not so bad, and now that my legs did not have to support the weight of my body, it felt like the pain is gradually getting shaved down, covering a smaller and smaller area. Well, don't feel like you have to keep this up for too long, so you need to get some rest yourself.
大丈夫。
So, I have to help Aoni first before I can take a break myself. Well, is that so? And there is not much I could say to persuade her when she got this serious. And I sat back for a while longer. The only sound in the room that is of Hotaru's ragged breathing. You know, so Mabo and Tatsuya or Anchan said this today too, but you changed a lot since you were a little kid, or we were kids. Especially in the last few days, and it's really impressive.
本当？
Really? Well, I sure do.
魅力的？
Well, of course.
だったらそれ全部青兄のおかげ。
Well, no, it's all thanks to you. Hey, well, I can't take all the credit, so I just gave you a push in the right direction. And it's like when you water plants to get flowers. The water helps, but the potential to grow is in the plant the whole time. Well, you always had it in you to grow like this, so take some pride in that. Well, that said, I think you're plenty charming the way you are too. Well, not that I'm wishing you didn't make an effort to change or anything. Well, let's see. So how do I put this? I think you're cute now. You always have been too. And you've really grown up, and it's surprising how different you are now.
昔じゃない。
Wait,
じゃあ
so
今は？
really? So I'm different now? Hotaru's hands come to a stop. So did it trigger Hotaru in some way? As she looks me dead in the eye, my heart started to pound. Like, you know, you are a lot prettier now. And I just can't go around patting your head all the time anymore. And her smile vanishes.
それはいい。
So what is the problem?
というか、して。やめちゃダメ。
Well, I still want the pat. Faced with the passionate gaze, I am not sure how to react. Well, if you are sure. So we took a break from the massage session and I reached out my hand to Hotaru's head. And I realized it'd be awkward to stay in my current posture and tried to lean forward a little. And the knee Hotaru had been massaging came forward with me, and then... So what happened? Something soft pressed against me. Oh, I'm sorry? I quickly pulled my leg away. My arms started windmilling around as I tried to regain my balance and not fall backwards. And Hotaru reaches out and grabs my arm and helps me steady up. And then we just kind of looked at each other.
Aoni.
Hotaru's eyes are glistening with moisture. And her hand is slightly sweaty and just as warm as the intense gaze she turned on me. Yes?
昔からずっとアオニーのこと
So, ever since we were little,
だから引っ越しの時あと真っ暗になって
I can see tears forming in the corners of her eyes. Her voice is shaking like she is having trouble forcing the words out.
足怖くってアオニーがまたいなくなっちゃうんじゃないかって
Wait, well, like I have to go to the hospital or do a rehab program or something? Hotaru nods again vigorously.
だから怖くって少しでもお手伝いしようってでもそしたら毎日アオニーといたら
Well, nice? I gulped. I just know I'm blushing now and I'm so warm you could try or fry an egg on my forehead.
アオニーが世界で一番大切な人になっちゃった
So, overwhelmed by what she said, Hotaru starts to freak out and fall forward. Wait, so be careful. And I caught her in my arms. Okay, so I noticed that this episode might get too long, so I'll leave the rest to the next episode and we'll see what happens next. So, it is interesting to hear that Hotaru has been thinking about Aoi for a long time and how the cycling incident really hurt her. So Hotaru did have some scary thoughts about Aoi being confined to the hospital or some rehab center. But thankfully everything worked out. And the incident did kind of turn Aoi in a new direction. So Aoi never thought about coming back to Kazagura and later attending the Soaring Club. So we'll see how all this comes down next time.